Good morning, everybody. Arielle here from My Sober Compass. I woke up to a flood of direct messages this morning. Oh my gosh. I think a lot of it had to do with the new Sober Q&A that I did last night, and I just want to thank everyone who submitted a question over the last couple of days because I had so much fun answering all of your sobriety questions, and I want to get to talking about what kind of messages that I got this morning. I got a few messages saying, I had a really rough weekend. I don't know where to start. I have no money. I got a couple more messages just saying I'm really confused because I binge drank and I'm feeling really depressed today. And I get it, you guys. I understand how brutal the cycle of drinking can be, right? Because we start off with good intentions. Usually the thought could be, I just want to have one drink. And then it moves into this cycle of not having one drink. We have multiple drinks, and we have multiple drinks. And then we get into that rapid relief from alcohol. And then we move into the negative consequences, whether it's negative thinking, negative shame, thoughts, waking up hungover, all of the things. So I want to ask you all, what is it costing you to stay in this cycle? To stay in the cycle of having alcohol in your day-to-day life or on the weekends? What is it costing you? And I want to just talk about a few of the things that I noticed personally for me, and I know for a lot of other people that I've worked with, of what this costs us. So first of all, when we look at the word cost, financially, okay? How much is alcohol costing you financially? And I know like a bottle of wine here and there, maybe like 10 to 15 bucks if we're drinking the cheap stuff. But have you ever calculated how much alcohol is costing you? Like on a scale of weekly, how much is it costing you? Monthly, how much is it costing you? Yearly, how much is it costing you financially? Because I know for me, when I was back drinking, I didn't want to think about this. Like I didn't want to write down the numbers or look at my credit card statements or figure out how much I spent when I went to the bar or even how much I was spending when I would go to 7-Eleven and pick up my few bottles of wine, because I just chalked it up to, I need this. I need alcohol to stay alive, which was so irrational, but it went into the separate category. But when I was out to dinner, I'd budget. Or when I was spending money on clothes, I would budget. But with alcohol, no, it got a category of its own. So how much is alcohol costing you? Calculate it. Get your calculators out on your phone. Start to actually write this stuff down and reflect, because I get this a lot. I get, Arielle, I don't know if I can afford your program. I don't know if this is something that I can afford. And trust me, I understand. I'm not trying to push anything on anyone, but I just want you to take a look at how much your addiction is costing you on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. How much money? Because when we get into recovery, the exciting part is that we can start to use this money in a different way, and long term, we can start to save money, put it aside, do it for fun things like traveling or going out to dinner with a friend. We can start to actually use our money in a more productive way. The other thing, what is alcohol costing you physically? How do you feel every morning after you drink? How is it affecting your body? Like something that it would affect for me was my skin. My skin would always be dry. My liver was never on point. I couldn't digest food correctly. So what is alcohol costing you through your body? And then I want to push it a bit farther. What is alcohol costing you emotionally? Do you wake up feeling shame, guilt, regret, negative thoughts? Like, what are you waking up feeling like? And compare that to those mornings that you wake up and you're not hungover and you didn't drink the night before. How do you feel? What's the difference there? Because we need to actually look in the mirror and start to reflect on these things when we're contemplating change. So again, what is alcohol costing you through your body? What is alcohol costing you physically? What is it costing you emotionally and mentally and spiritually? The next thing I want to ask you is, what is your alcohol use costing you with your connection to other people? So with your relationships, do you hide your alcohol use from certain people? Is it affecting you in your family dynamic? Is it affecting you with certain friendships? I know for me, when I was back drinking, I would strategically pick the people that I would hang out with based on how much they would drink. And I lost out on so much time with my beautiful friends who really their focus wasn't on getting drunk all the time. Their focus was on having quality fun, doing good things, volunteering in the community. And I pushed them all aside because my addiction took over. And it wanted me to focus on the people that I like to party with, people that I would go out with, people that I would pregame with, people that I would do all of those things with to maintain my lifestyle. And so I want you to think about this. What is alcohol costing you in your relationships? Are you at risk of losing your partner? Are you at risk of losing your kids? Are you at risk of all of these things? And if you're not, then that's great. But I just want to put it out there that down the line, your alcohol use could definitely impact important relationships in your life. And most importantly, the relationship that you have with yourself. Alcohol takes that away from us. It takes away our self-confidence. It takes away our self-esteem. It takes away our ability to make good decisions. I mean, I could go on and on and on. And I know personally, when I put the bottle down, it was just the beginning of a beautiful progression of work. Sobriety is not just about stopping drinking. It's about all of these different areas in our life that we get a chance to then explore. We get to think about who we want to have in our community. We get to think about how we want to have sober fun. We get to think about how we want to give back to other people and how we can be thoughtful in our day-to-day lives. I know when I was in alcohol addiction, I did not think of any of those things because I was way too busy obsessing about when I would get my next drink. And my body would tell me, it's almost 5 o'clock. It's almost time to get started, Arielle, and those thoughts would roll and roll and roll and continue in my head. So what is it costing you in terms of connections with others and connections with yourself? And finally, what is it costing you with your overall well-being and accomplishing daily tasks? Alcohol has this ability to just shut everything down. So for example, cleaning our homes, right? People that are in active addiction, usually cleaning our house is not the number one priority. It's getting drunk. How can we get our next drink? Where are we going to go party next? How can I drink alone and hide it from other people? So what daily tasks is alcohol affecting with you? If you have kids, is it affecting you there? Are you feeling really hungover in the morning and not excited to deal with your children for the day? Alcohol affects everyone so differently, but it costs us so much. And I just wanted to put this out there this morning for anyone who is coming off a weekend bender, for anyone who is in this cycle of addiction, for anyone who is contemplating putting alcohol down. I want to let you know that change is absolutely possible. And when we start to look at the cycle of drinking, we can start to make these connections in our brain as to why we pick up that first drink, because there absolutely is a why. And for me, that why was I wanted to numb all of the pain that was going on behind the scenes in the back of my brain subconsciously. All of the trauma that I had been through, everything like that. I wanted to numb the crap out of my feelings. I wanted to be that girl who could just go ahead and function and not have anxiety, not have depression, not deal with anything. And it just kept stuffing and stuffing and stuffing down until I got so sick that I had no other choice but to get help. And I didn't lose everything. I lost my job. I didn't lose my apartment. I didn't lose my car, but I rationalized how sick I was based on the materialistic things that I had around me. And I wish that I could take a little time machine and go back in time and just give myself a hug and just say, you know, Arielle, things are going to get better the second that you ask for help. So I want to throw out some ideas for help. If you guys want, if you're connecting with me on this video and you think, wow, I think Arielle and I would get along great, that's awesome. I want to invite you to book a call with me. This is a free call where we can talk about what you're going through, what you're struggling with, and what you want to do over the next 6 months of your life to get quality back into your life. You can also check out rehab centers, you know, that's a very great option as well, way more expensive, but also a super good option. You could go to detox, like there's lots of different options. So if you just don't know where to get started, I'm happy to get on a call with you and talk about what working with me could look like, okay? Because I have a 12-week program, one-on-one for professionals who want to get well in a confidential and private setting. So as I'm leaving this video, I just want to leave you with one thought. Journal about it, write it down, think about it. What is alcohol costing you on a day-to-day basis? Mentally, emotionally, physically, socially, and spiritually? And are you living a life of gratitude and change? Or are you feeling stuck every single day? And if you are feeling stuck, I want to let you know that you are not alone. You are not alone. There are so many of us living a beautiful life in recovery, and we can help you get there too. I promise you it gets easier with time. It gets easier with tools. It gets so much easier with a strategy. So I want to invite you to book a call with me now. I only have 2 spots available left for July, and I am ready to fill these spots with people who are ready to make big changes happen in their life. So thank you guys. Happy Monday morning. It's going to be such a great week ahead, and I'm just so excited to just move forward and help other people recover. This is what I do. This is what I love. This is my passion and my joy. And I'm just so thrilled to be coming live at you right now. So thank you all. I just wish you the best Monday ahead, and we will talk soon. Bye.